What the hell? The Ravens collapse with a total meltdown. Loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 17-10. I'm pissed off. You should be too. How did that happen? We're here to break it down on this edition of Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. A couple injury notes to get to. Patrick, Big Pat, left the game, a little chest injury. And also Tyler Linderbaum struggled leaving the field at the end of the game. Don't know any details of it quite yet, if it's a serious issue or not, but not great at the very least. The box score for the Ravens. Let's go by that piece by piece here. Lamar Jackson did not play well today. Lamar struggled, could not find open receivers. The offense could never really find a rhythm. He was 22 of 38, 236 yards, no touchdowns, one pick. He had 45 rushing yards on 6 carries, and he was sacked 4 times today. Gus Edwards, 12 carries, 48 yards. Zay Flowers with 5 catches for 73 yards. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett, he started out slow, but he made some big-time plays in the second half, including that game-winning touchdown where he found George Pickens. Kenny Pickett, 18 of 32, 224 yards and a touchdown. Pickens, 6 catches, 130 yards and 1 touchdown. Jaylen Warren with 9 catches for 40 yards. Folks, we had a great time on our watch party. Despite the end result for our Baltimore Ravens, who just blew it, we still had a great time on the channel. And I encourage you to subscribe now and help us reach 13,000 subscribers on the channel, because we're not slowing down here. And if you missed out on the watch party, don't worry. There'll be more watch parties in the future on the channel, but we need you to be a part. That way we can bring you more watch parties here on Ravens Rundown. Subscribe now for free. Let's get to 13,000 subscribers. Make it happen. These statistics for what the Ravens did. We don't have a stat for the number of drops. I wish we did, because it was very high. I think the NFL is still calculating, still trying to keep up with how many drops and how piss poor the Ravens receiving corps was today. 335 yards total offense, 210 yards, 22 of 38 through the air, 25 carries, 125 yards, 3 turnovers, 1 interception, 2 fumbles. What have we talked about a lot on this program for the last couple of weeks? Was taking care of the football, and in particular, the fumbling issues. Today was a mess. It was a disaster when it came down to taking care of the football. Think about this. Lamar fumbled for the 3rd straight game. Justice Hill fumbled. Kevon Seymour fumbled. Nelson Aguilar fumbled. And 2 of those resulted in turnovers. 1 from Lamar, 1 from Justice Hill. Pathetic. Take care of the football. Not that hard. Not that difficult. This is a problem for this team. They can't take care of the football right now. Time of possession, 30 minutes and 14 seconds. This was a game where the Ravens led the entire game. And, credit to the Steelers. You have to make plays to win these games. The Steelers deserve a lot of credit, absolutely. They took advantage of the opportunities that were given to them. But even with that said, the Ravens didn't, let me take that back. The Steelers didn't win this game. The Ravens lost this game. And that's the story of this one for me, of how this all went down the way it did. Some numbers from the Steelers side of things. 289 yards of total offense. 18 of 32 through the air. 202 yards. They were never that great offensively, but they made the necessary plays in big moments. 87 yards on the ground. They only turned it over once. One of our keys to the game we talked about beforehand was the turnover battle, and you coughed it up 3 times and only forced 1 turnover. Time of possession, you ended up winning, but that ultimately didn't matter. So just a pitiful performance, a collapse down the stretch. I'm pissed, and you should be too. Today's show presented by Odds Are, and you may be asking yourself, what is Odds Are? Well, it's not a betting company. It is a betting recommendation service. Its AI technology tells you the bets you should be making. Look, luck is not strategy. They don't take your bets. They make you better at betting. If you go to oddsr.com/NFL daily, you will get a 30-day free trial. Create an account, terms and conditions to apply, and you look for the green values. Those are the bets they recommend you should make. The red ones are the ones they say you should stay away from. So, what are you waiting for? Give OddsR a shot today. Tell them that Tyler Jones, Chat Sports sent you. You'll be glad you did. That's oddsr.com/NFL Daily to get your stuff in, to check out what OddsR is offering, and you'll certainly love what they bring to the table there on that front. Folks, I want to get your one-word reaction to the Ravens' loss, because I got to give you my one-word reaction right now is 3 letters. I'm not going to say them. I'll keep it clean. Kid show. WTF. It's just inexcusable. That could be another one word I use as well. It should never have gotten to this point. We were sitting here in the fourth quarter, just, counting things down, waiting for the Ravens to finish this football game. And they ultimately could not finish. And in particular, I look back, one sequence late in this game, the Ravens have a chance to kick a field goal and take the points. And ultimately, the offense stays on the field. And it's like, why? Why would you do that? Take the points, take the 2-possession lead. I said late in the game. I think that was actually before halftime. Just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I'm pissed off. You should be too. Let's go over some individuals here in just a second of what exactly went down at this Ravens performance, losing 17-10. Let's go one by one. Let's start with Lamar Jackson. Lamar, I got to say, I have defended this guy. I have made excuses for Lamar. I like Lamar Jackson. I feel like he let me down today. And I feel like he let the Ravens flock down today with the way that he played and stood in his own way. Lamar is not the only reason they lost, but he's one of the big reasons they lost today. Lamar did not do what he needed to do to get a Ravens victory. I'm disappointed. Hopefully he learns from this, but it hurts my confidence in the Ravens quarterback when he steps in his own team's way and can't take care of the football. It's a problem right now. More to get to in a moment. Who was the Ravens MVP versus the Steelers? Who was it? That's tough to choose because there was not a whole lot of bright spots today. Give me an MVP. Comes to mind. Chime in the comment section. Let me know. All right. Gus Edwards, 12 carries, 48 yards rushing, no touchdowns. Gus Edwards still hasn't had that breakthrough game. We're still waiting to see Gus Edwards just do his thing and get this offense going, and it still hasn't happened yet. 48 yards, 12 carries. They can't trust Gus Edwards or any of these running backs to really get this offense where they want it to be right now. Zay Flowers, 5 catches, 73 yards. Zay had some drops, some moments where he should have come up bigger, but Zay did what he needed to do for the most part. I'm not going to hold it on a rookie who had 73 yards and point to him and say he's why they lost. Zay did what he needed to. Mark Andrews, 6 catches, 65 yards. Mark was solid today. Not spectacular, but good enough. So I am just sitting here just baffled that it got to this point. No reason they should have lost today. What's your confidence level right now? I'm losing hope. Today was something where you said to yourself, this is an opportunity where they had everything in front of them. When you looked at the division with the other teams struggling, the way the rest of the AFC is stacking up, I understand there's all these injuries, and the next few weeks are about survival. But today shouldn't have happened. My confidence is at an all-time low for this Ravens team at this point in the year right now. I give it about a 5 or 6. What's your confidence level scale for me in the comment section? Let me know. We're talking about your Ravens every day, the good, the bad, and the ugly here on the channel. If you're pissed off, subscribe. If you still believe in this team and are optimistic about what's ahead, subscribe as well. I don't care. This is the place for everybody. Win or lose, we still love this team and talk about them like no one else does. Subscribe now. We'll see you next time right here on Ravens Run.